You?
You're in Tyler today, right?
I'm in Tyler today.
Well, I had one of my friends ask me if I'm in Hawaii today, and it's funny because no, I am home. I don't travel every single day now. I know it seems like it, but it doesn't. But we are going to tell you a little bit about that, guys. But for those of you asking where we are today, I am in my house in Toronto, in my home office, and Michael as well, and Tyler. So today, what we have for you is a short meeting, business opportunity, but we're going to do it a little bit different. Michael and I like to mix things to give you what we have been given, but we want to do it in a little bit of a different way, which we're going to have a conversation. And I think that for those of you that are following our live videos on Sunday nights, a lot of you have enjoyed it. So we're going to try and do the same concept with our business presentation to make it more dynamic. For those of you that kind of lose concentration on long meetings or presentations, we have an amazing product, an amazing opportunity, an amazing on Sunday something that we're going to give you. And so what we're going to do is just make it interactive. So Michael, take it away.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Claudia. Hi, guys. Welcome to everybody from all over as you join here. And guys watching on Facebook Live, we'll comment back on there later. But thanks for joining us this evening. Invite folks on. We do this every Saturday, actually. And today's focus, we are on a couple things. We're showing an opportunity, as we always do. But hold on just a second. I want to set up this screen share. We'll get this started, and we'll start moving through where we're going to go here. So we'll do this real quick. Do life differently with For Life, and that's us. We are For Life distributors, and as Claudia said, I'm in Texas today, East Texas. She's up in beautiful, beautiful Toronto, Canada. But as I said, the focus on Saturday, we both share a love for the Aloha spirit. We both travel to Hawaii a lot. I lived in Hawaii for many, many years of my life as a businessman. And as we go through here, I'm going to share some of my story as Claudia shares her story. She just returned from Hawaii just a few weeks ago, and she gets to travel. They have a beautiful, beautiful small avocado farm up on the heights of above Kona, Hawaii, that would have spectacular views. Myself, I lived on the island of Maui. I actually lived in Honolulu in my 20s after college and worked in a discotheque and restaurant on Waikiki Beach and became the manager of that restaurant and disco for years and years. Moved to Hawaii in the mid 80s or late 80s, and with another good friend of mine and his family, my wife and my son and his daughters, moved to Maui, Hawaii, and opened a small little cafe in 1987. My gosh, that dates me. And we went to work as two guys and with our wives, and we raised our kids there. That little restaurant allowed us to live a lifestyle, and we were blessed probably way more than we deserved, but we did work hard in those restaurants. We're in there every single day. That little cafe, by the way, in Kahului, Maui, is still open today. It's going to be 33 years old or 32 years old. I've lost count. It's still open. I no longer own it, but over those years, guys, we went on to open 3 more restaurants on the island of Maui, in Kapalua and Wailea, and had just a wonderful, blessed life through our 30s and 40s age. And in 2001, my son and I moved to Colorado and started another restaurant chain there, or restaurant company there, and opened 2 restaurants in Denver, Colorado, and Loveland, Colorado, and we had the best of both worlds. Able to ski in the mountains in the winter at all those beautiful ski resorts, and fly back to Hawaii and swim and play in the water today. My son today is 33 years of age. He does live on Maui full-time there. He grew up there. And we just had a wonderful lifestyle. As I said, felt it was a way that we chose as businessmen and to move from the employee standpoint of working for that restaurant chain in Waikiki Beach to be owning our own little cafe and building our own dynamic restaurant company. In 2008, just 10 years ago, Another wonderful friend of mine I'd gone to college with, himself a very successful businessman. He was a home developer in Southern California in 2008. And think back to that year, at least if you're watching here and you're Americans, well, actually, if you're anywhere in the world, because that was also an international global recession in 2007, 2008. I was introduced to the network marketing field. Greg, his home development company in Southern California had just plummeted. He was looking for other opportunities to have income streams, and we were introduced to network marketing. So in the last 10 years, I've also have built building as I've but slowed down my restaurant constructions and opening and managing and operating down to 2 restaurants. I started building a marketing company and that's where Claudia comes in. I've met Claudia through the last few months of this career, or last year in this career. But anyway, guys, we started, and today we market for Life Research, international scientific research company. We're going to tell you a little bit about that, more about our stories and how it worked. It's kind of, let me see if I can get this to start moving. Oops. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm not sure why this is not moving.
We're actually working on our business the digital way. So just from home. And so we're still in the process of just getting everything the right way. So but we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute.
Well, while I'm getting this set up here to show this.
So the reason that we're doing these seminars, and I'm actually just also putting a live video on my own Facebook. Michael is putting it live on his own Facebook. Why we're doing this is because there's a lot of people out there that want and are looking for an extra opportunity to create income, to create freedom, to go on travels and trips and meet people, and they just don't know what else to do. They don't want to make a big investment. They don't have a lot of time. And there's all these things that we have as, let's call them excuses. But sometimes excuses, we read all these signs that say, are your excuses bigger than your dreams and things like this. But sometimes you simply can. You only have 24 hours in a day. So digital world and digital nomad, as Michael and I call it, is about showing you, teaching you, or, helping you with a different way of doing things, which is Michael and I hold these meetings for our team and for our guests. And if you are part of somebody that has not been invited, but you're looking at it and you're like, what are these people doing? What we do is presenting the love, the passion and the love that we have for our company and the love that we have for the network marketing industry. Now, the other thing I wanted to kind of point out, which is really funny, I think it's funny, is that Michael and I are business partners. A lot of people have been asking me if Michael and I are actually partners, and it's funny because we're not. We're business partners, which makes it even greater. I love Michael as a brother. This man, like I call him when I'm on a panic attack, and so I call him like my soul brother now because God sent this man to me. So it's one of those friends that you call when you're crying and you treat him like a girl, because I cry with him. And so both of us actually have other people in our lives that are, very involved with For Life, and that some people, may know them or may not. So that I wanted to actually point that out, because we work so incredibly well with Michael that we do look like a couple, but we are cousins. We are brothers in the company. And Michael and I actually read our minds when we're talking, and we do really good dynamic meetings. And so I think that For Life has given me a new incredible friend, which is another way of, just thanking this company that I not only get all the things that I want, but I also have gathered so many good friends. And Michael has been like my latest one. So that's all, Michael. You got everything running.
Thank you, Claudia. And that actually brought me, I maybe think about this presentation right here, because this is what we do. And actually, Claudia and I have never, ever met in person. Now we're going to meet each other the first time in person in April in Salt Lake City at our international convention. But we've never met in person, but it feels like I've known her all my life. She is like a sister from another mother, and we are brothers and sisters. But that also, Claudia, is exactly what this company is about. And we can teach that and preach that, but until you join our family, we are a family that truly, truly believes. We not only believe it, we live it every single day in together building people. And we are building relationships. Our For Life family is a global family. We have teams in India. Our team has teams in India and the Philippines. I'm working with a team in Africa. And of course, Canada, unite all 50 states. We're growing Hawaii. We're really approaching, it's 8:30 in Hawaii right now, or a little after 8 a.m. in Hawaii. And we're showing this for some of our Hawaiian people that we know and want to help over there. But I'd like to thank, guys, folks are jumping on here from all over right now. Thank you. But let's just kind of run through and we'll go back and forth and talk about things. But this is one of the things that when we first were shown this, meaning my family here in Texas a few years ago by Dave and Gabriella Daughtry, who are a couple I had never, ever met, but a great friend of mine living in San Diego said, Mike, I want to introduce you to a couple. And Dave and Gabby shared with us, a group of us here in Texas, what we're sharing with you. And this is one of the first things that they talked about and mentioned about. And years later, I feel like Dave and Gabriella are like brothers and sisters also to me. We are family. They mentor us. Claudia is on their team as well. And we are a family of cousins and mentors and leaders and brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles. It does really seem like a real family, and we live that out every single day. As we go through this, we might talk about different sections. I know Claudia is not focused so much, but we all work we have different stories, different abilities. Going back to my restaurant business, I'm a businessman. I've built a very successful restaurant company I've been involved in over 35 restaurants, owning and operating, I believe, 7 restaurants in my career. But it taught me incredible skills, how to build businesses and working with people. Of course, in that model, it was employees. I paid my employees, paid my managers, assistant managers, chefs, dishwashers, waiters, bartenders. I paid them as employees. Moving into network marketing company, it's completely different. I don't have one employee. Not one. I have a family of friends and cousins and all different types of business partners working part-time, full-time, just with all different needs and wants. So it's such a wonderful difference at my life now in building a company of building people versus building employees. Both were rewarding. I was successful at, or am successful at, actually. Building employees. I have employees that have worked for me for over 25. Actually, 1 or 2 have worked for me over 30 years. But now I'm building a team of people that are family. It's so much more rewarding to work together and not have to have an employer-employee relationship. Our company, though, as we were running through this, For Life Research, 20 years old, we're celebrating our 20th year, is based on 3 pillars. And I like to compare it to a 3-legged stool, where if any of the 3 legs are not in balance, they're not right linked, that stool is going to topple. And we focus on science, success, and service. All 3 of these are important to us. We have a product that is, almost guarantee you've never heard of. If I asked 100 people tomorrow if they've heard of transfer factors and what it does, and if you've even just heard of transfer factors, 99.5 are going to say, no, they haven't. But we have an exclusive immune system support system, probiotics and transfer systems, and it's an amazing health and wellness company. Transfer factors recognize viruses and attacks, carcinogens and things that are coming into your body. It responds to it through your natural immune system, and it remembers in case it comes back to you, comes back and attacks your body. But we're not going to talk too much about that today. We're going to talk a lot about the opportunity side of what we have that is allowing Claudia, as she mentioned, and myself to be digital nomads, working anywhere we want to work with a computer and a smartphone in today's global digital economy. But as we go through this, you can see a lot of different things. Claudia, I'm gonna let you jump in here in just a minute too, but we are a solid company. Again, 20 years old. We have sold over $3.2 billion worth of transfer factor products in the last 20 years all over the globe. We have corporate offices with paid employees, corporate offices in 25 countries. We sell our products in over 100 countries. 36 international patents. We have 5 U.S. patents with 2 more patents pending. Actually, no, 3 more patents pending on some products that are just exclusive to us. But I'm gonna let you this is one thing that where we kind of, as I mentioned earlier with Claudia, we each have our own stories. I'm a businessman. She's a single mom with a wonderful, you're going to hear about her little son, who is, I just found out today, a Mario expert, and I'm a Mario expert. I'm going to have to challenge him, Claudia. But guy, I'm going to let you talk about this. But first of all, when Dave and Gabby showed me this, I said, oh my gosh, look at this. Our company is involved in all 4 of these industries with quality, one-of-a-kind, patent-pending products because of the transfer factor. And this allows us, add those up, that's trillions and trillions of dollars being sold every year around the globe. And we have just positioned ourselves into these industries that will have allowed our company to have 20 years of increased consecutive growth. We've never had a year that did less than the previous year or any year previous in the 20 years. Every year we've had solid growth, which has put us in one of the top 50, actually the top 10 in percentage growth of all the network marketing companies on the planet. We're in the top 10%. So Claudia, jump in here. You know me, I'll ramble on forever, but Claudia has I know she has incredible knowledge about a lot of these products in the wellness area. I know she's working in the skincare area, but she's also we all can approach this company from so many different angles. We are what brings Claudia and I together we are digital nomads. We love being able to travel where we want to travel, to Key West, Florida, to Maui, to Kenya, to anywhere in the globe. Claudia, billion-dollar industries.
That's
I know
right.
You saw this. I know you were in one of these companies.
I was in the skincare industry, and what a beautiful industry to be in for a woman, and especially a Latino woman. I used to get 5 to 7 boxes of free product as a manager, and they would send me all the makeup and all the skincare and everything, that jewelry, anything a woman would ever want. So for a woman's stand of view, to be a district sales manager for the company I worked for, where I had to display the jewelry and the beauty products, it was just a beautiful gift that I got for those 14 years. After I quit that job and I started my own business, I realized that there had been some health issues that I had been taken care of. And so when I found For Life, I said, okay, this is actually a great way to work it, because I want a company that is actually not only targeted for women, even though right now I target a lot of the women because I do a lot of skincare, and we're going to work a lot this year on skincare because our skincare is amazing, and I'm going to do some workshops on that. That's where my background is going to be the strongest as well. Well, actually, I have a strong skincare background that I can't wait to start some workshops, but I'm really passionate about, Michael and I have taken some courses, and I think some of you know that my partner is actually an immunologist, and so I love the part about wellness, but it's longevity and it's vitality, and it's what we call immunosenescence, which is the graceful way of aging. A lot of my good friends are actually 60 plus, and I have many of my leaders and in my previous company, and some of my best friends are 60 plus. And I realized that, it is important to get to a certain age, and because I'm an old mom, what I would call an old mom, I'm 45 with a 6-year-old kid, I want to be able to extend that life. So what happened when I started For Life was that I realized that I could find this beautiful way to get the skincare, get the weight industry in. I could get the health and wellness, and I was just like getting them all in one. So I thought, you know what, there's nothing better than this. This is just the most amazing thing. So so that's a little bit about my background. I'll jump again on something that I want to talk about in a minute. Go ahead, Michael.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Well, actually, I do want you to chat on this too, because Claudia's, she mentioned her significant other, better half in some ways, or maybe better 1/3. You're the best, the 2/3 part of that.
Thank you. I think so too.
But anyway, is a top scientific immunologist, a great background in science, and he lives in Kona, Hawaii as well. And but he's part of and has been a part of a lot of the that has taught Claudia what it is important with the immune system. So I am going to let you talk a little bit about this slide, but I'll preface it with that we are at For Life Research Scientific Company. We are a scientific research company. That's what we are. It separates us also. We have million-dollar laboratories in the United States, and we don't manufacture. We bring our products, the quality ingredients from all over the globe, to our manufacturing facility. You can see these doctors here, Dr. Vaughn and Dr. in these two slides, and other doctors and scientists, microbiologists, all kinds of immunologists that come and work in our laboratories to ensure that we have a certified program, certified products. But the immune science is that one of those legs, and it's a huge part of our company. Both of us have visited these laboratories, talked to the doctors, and so we know that these products are certified. I know that when I'm selling these products or giving these products away to whoever, or just selling them around the globe, I'm giving a quality product. So why don't you talk? You actually do have more knowledge in this area because of your other half. Claudia, talk a little bit about immune science experts and who they are and how our team, our corporate team of scientists and doctors, are formulating these products.
So I love this slide because it really shows what For Life is about. Dr. Vollmer is our chief senior scientist, and Dr. Brent and Dr. Vaughn on the right. They're just a team of amazing doctors that work in-house. But besides that, we also have a health science advisory board.
Yes.
And the health science advisory board actually has doctors from all over the world. So I had an opportunity when we went to the cruise, the For Life cruise, to meet every single one of these incredible people. And it was, one was a molecular geneticist. I can't even say that word. But anyway, and the other one was a specialist in nutrition. The other one was a specialist in sports nutrition, Dr. Kyle. The other one was a specialist in there's just so many things. And my significant other is actually a specialist in immunology and infectious disease microbiology, which is now my passion. You are going to be hearing Michael and I talk a lot about just not only the science of transfer factor, but the science of targeted probiotics, which is the new product that we're coming in with. And we're going to have a product that is unique, only one in the world, and it's going to just blow not only our minds, but everybody's minds once they start taking this. So transfer factor is a simple science. It's so simple that it took me a while to just recognize how simple it was. And it's the science of the perfection of our own body. When we are born, we are already born with transfer factor in our bodies, because it is the molecule, the intelligent molecule, that will actually give the information to the other parts of the immune system to respond, if it's a friend or a foe, to whatever is attacking us. So it is like the center of the intelligence, like the CIA of our body. And so think of this, like if you have no intelligence and you don't know where to send the troops, then the troops go and attack where they don't need to, or there's going to be, they're going to be dispersed to the place that they don't have to. So transfer factor is simply that. It's your CIA. It actually recognizes, responds, and remembers the threat, and so it'll recognize it and respond accordingly, and then it'll actually remember. So if you, again, putting the funny picture of the CIA, if you have the pictures of the bad guys, and these bad guys are going to enter the airport, and now they have all that technology with facial recognition and everything. This is kind of like what transfer factor does in our body. It's going to recognize it. It's going to say, you're not allowed in this body, and just eliminate it as fast as possible. So think of that as like having your reinforced KGB, CIA, and all of the defenses of the world in your body working to help your body do what it already needs to do, and send the troops. So that's pretty much what we want to say today about transfer factor. We'll have, like I said, some live videos on Sunday nights that will talk more about products. But what I wanted to tell you is, I can jump in here on why transfer factor. So I was actually talking to my very good friend Cowinder this week, and I was telling her, I don't understand why so many people have the flu, and they're not actually understanding that the product I have can help them with their colds and their flus and their children being very sick with high fevers. And I said, what's going on? They don't understand me. I've been talking about this for 3 years, and they see that I don't get sick, so they should know what I'm talking about. Yes. So this was the funny part, that Monday I'm talking about this. Tuesday night I get a sore throat, and I said, oh, no, I sell a health product. I'm not allowed to get sick. But you know what, guys? We are allowed to get sick, and I'm going to tell you the difference with what happened. I called my personal doctor immunologist, and I said, how do I get rid of this cold fast? Tell me. And he said, okay, you take a higher dosage of TF, some vitamin C, and some zinc. That's going to counterattack the virus that's getting in your body really fast. And so I did. And so what I wanted to tell you is not that we sell like a miracle drug or a snake oil. No. But we have something that's going to reinforce your own body. And what I was able to do was able to still manage my day. And I still got the sore throat, but it was really fast. And I still got the chest congestion, and it was really fast. And I still lost my voice on Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday I had no voice, and I had to recover it by Friday. That's going to jump into, I'll tell you guys why I needed back my voice by Friday. I'm going to let Michael talk a little bit more. And when we get to the business part, I told you a little bit about the product. So I'm just telling you, if you have not tried Transfer Factor from the person that has sent this video for you, or that has shared this video, just try it for 3 months. You know what? Try it for 1 month, but I would suggest 3-month trial like everything else, because once you feel that you are more protected, 4 times more protected than everybody else, you're going to really know what we're talking about. So no more for the product. I'll jump back into the business part in a second. Go ahead, Michael.
Thanks, Claudia. And she's right. Just folks, you actually just Google transfer factors. There's great information on it. But get back to the person also that invited you to join us today, and we'll get you all the information on transfer factors. We do product trainings as well, and we love talking about and teaching about how transfer factors are created. And you can go to our websites and take a look. I'm just going to slide a few extra products. This is another line of products that we have. We have one of the best high absorption rate protein products on the market today that also have the transfer factor in it as well. And we have kits. These 30-day accelerator systems are wonderful. We sell so many of these to individuals from all age groups, from teenagers to 20s, 30s, 40s, and even baby boomers like myself. I'm 66, by the way, and I'm very fit at 66 because of a lifestyle change that I consciously made using our supplements and products. But as she said, it's not a magic pill. I also am very conscious of the nutrition part of my life and what I eat, and of course the physical side on the fitness side. So those three combined, proper supplementation and helping and build our immune system with supplements versus pharmaceutical products, and fitness and nutrition really help. But our 30-day accelerator systems are amazing. If you're at a point in your life that you want to do a true transformation in all aspects of your life, and we even talk about the balance between spiritual and physical and internal through our 30-day accelerator packs. You'll receive, not receive, but there are mentors that we teach and train. We have all sorts of folks on our teams that help and I was talking to Dan Daughtry, Dave Daughtry's brother, who's a retired NFL football player, and he is so knowledgeable. He's also a professional bodybuilder, and he works with our protein products, and he helps so many people like these completely do a transformation in their physical over 30, 60, 90 days. And then after the 90 days, here's the key part, they have evolved into a new lifestyle to where it maintains great health, feeling good, energy, and able to do so much more in life when you get to that point. So that's a great product. Energy drinks, I drink these all day long. They're all natural. We can talk about those. But I want to talk more about the opportunity, as I said. Claudia and I are building a business. We're business owners. Doesn't mean you have to be what we are. There's actually 3 options that you can do here, but For Life does pay us 6 different ways if you choose to come in as a distributor and own an online business. We won't necessarily go through all 6 of them, but basically we earn retail profit on selling our products, 25% on new distributors as they come in, and then 25% on every customer order that we make. And we started a few years ago, folks, back in just 3 years ago, or when I sold a bottle of Transfer Factor to a friend or to a customer, they are still buying it every single month to this day. So what I sold years ago, I'm earning in March, we're in March now, when their order goes through, I will receive a 25% commission the very next day. So we get paid daily. So many ways to make money. It's a real internet-based product company. Those 4 industries that we represent is not unlike similar to Amazon. You go to Amazon, I'm a Prime member of Amazon. I want to buy a book or buy a new ear set or buy anything. Amazon has everything. Same thing with us. We're an internet-based. We can sell in over 100 countries, and it's shipped directly to you. Here's a quick example of how you can build a business. And oops, did I go too fast? Anyway, just say I started here. There you are, and looks like you're over there in Colorado. Looks like maybe you're in Nebraska there. You here being right there. Here's Claudia up here in Toronto. Here's me down in Texas, and we start building a company. And you open up 6 other with good friends or just anyone. You open 6 more For Life distributorships, and they each sell one of the accelerator packs. As just an example, there's hundreds of over 100 products that you can choose from. We get a $30 commission check. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that does add up as you start building. As you can see, we start, as I mentioned earlier, Claudia now has teams in India and in the Philippines, Colombia. She's from Colombia. She didn't mention that. She was born in Colombia, but lives in Toronto now. Africa, we have teams in Kenya, all over Europe. But as this grows out, look at these numbers. And this can take time. As back to my restaurant, that little cafe that we opened in 1987, and went to work in, we actually did not start making a profit for almost 3 years. It's building a business. We understood that it was going to take time. Yes, it was hard work and it was scary and we were fearful. But we started that little restaurant, which became 2 and then 3 and then 4 restaurants on Maui. But those early years, folks, is when you just have to go to work. And so these first, yes, $30 doesn't seem like a lot, but what about almost $5,000 coming in on a monthly basis into your bank account? Or for that matter, $2,500, just 50% of that. Would 50%, $2,500 or $1,500, what would that do to your monthly family budget, either full-time or part-time, coming in on a monthly basis? But that's how we are building. As I said, we have corporate offices. We have one in Barcelona, Spain. We have corporate offices in Peru, in the Philippines, and in India. We have corporate offices in Japan that can help you build anywhere on a global basis. Again, we are global digital nomads. So any comments on this, Claudia? I know you love building internationally. You love being the digital nomad. And you love building outside of Toronto. But you can also build right in your backyard.
That's right, and that's what I have been trying to do. We have no central office yet in Canada. However, I've been rethinking this thought since our last seminar because I earn on U.S. dollars, and so if Canada were to open as one of the 26, we have 25 offices. If it were to be the 26th office, or the next office in the world, I would get paid in Canadian dollars. And I think that for now, my US check works out nice. So I think I want to leave it like that.
Okay.
A few more days for the delivery. It's okay. My customers are already used to that. So yes, building everywhere in the world is important for me. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to take Mateo with me to, as I promised myself, to see the capitals of the world, not to learn them from a book. And so that was a promise I made myself. I said, as long as I can take Mateo to somewhere where he'll enjoy it, he'll be safe, I can build in that country, because we have presence in about 140 countries. So
Wow.
Our leaders are a big part of that. Dave and Gabriela Daughtry have traveled to 90 countries. They have opened 90 countries of the, over 100 countries that we have presence on. So when I said we have 25 offices, it means that the For Life buildings are there with executives managing, but that doesn't mean that you cannot find Transfer Factor or more of our products, but at least our Transfer Factor in over 140 countries. And so they're called LP points. So if I can get a bottle of Transfer Factor to someone that needs it and make money on it and get paid in US dollars, that's exactly what I plan to do. Now, the next slide is where I want to go back to my voice story. Oh, no, not that one. The one with the earnings statement.
I know.
The diamond.
That one. Okay. It's coming up real quickly here, but I like this one. And back to what she was just talking about, folks. And everybody can build, and you can choose to, as I said, we're going to have three options here, but you can choose whatever you want for Life. For you, what is where you are on your life journey. Whether you're in 20s, whatever decade you're in. I'm 66, as I mentioned, and I'm an empty nester. My son lives on Maui. I live here in East Texas. I do work in Africa. So it allows me as an empty nester to build an international business. And I know you know this, folks, because you live it every day. You can truly build a global network from your laptop or smartphone. When I travel, I know when Claudia, her last trip to Kona a couple weeks ago, she took a little carry-on because she just travels light. And you can literally build a multi-million-dollar company with a smartphone and a laptop anywhere in the globe. So as a single empty nester, for me, this is what is exciting. If I choose to go to Italy and rent an apartment in Florence, I love the city of Florence. It's one of my favorite cities on the planet. And if I want to rent an apartment there for 3 months or 6 months and build my business in Italy, I can choose to do that. I can then come back to Texas or go over to Maui. I can go anywhere in the world and build an international business because our products are there. Our products are throughout Russia, Poland, all over the globe. But this is one of the slides I really love to talk about. The other thing on this, I want to talk a little bit about, and we haven't talked about, Claudia, and then we'll jump into what I know where your story is going. This one over here, one of the other three legs of our three-legged stool that has to be in balance too. We don't talk about that enough in my mind, because everything we do in For Life, everything is based on service to others. And that is David Lisenby and Bianca Lisenby, our founders of this company for 20 years. These folks, wait until you meet them and hear from them, and they've got wonderful, wonderful stories, but their heart is for service. They just returned from 3 years in Brazil as missionaries, and our company, we have our for-profit For Life company, and we also have our Foundation for Life, which is a nonprofit company, nonprofit organization that is focused on children, not exclusively. We do a lot of things. We did hurricane relief for people in Puerto Rico, but we're focused on children with orphanages and school system, and an amazing feeding program with an exclusive product that has transfer factors in it for a feeding program that we have partnered with Feed the Children Foundation, that we have fed close to 7 million children in the past 7 years around the globe. So service is a huge part. It was one of the deciding factors for me choosing this organization, For Life, to partner with a few years ago. I love this. I really advocate for the feeding program and so many. And then again, as we started this whole conversation off, creating meaningful and lasting relationships, that is Claudia and our relationship is a perfect example of that. Two people who have never met in person who feel like brothers and sisters and can call each other on a regular basis. So that's what I'd like to talk about, just these three. It is, yes, the money is good if you do it, if you're building this as a part-time business or full-time business. The money's great, but I promise you the rewards are the lifestyle that you will create of building relationships. Claudia, I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about her cruise. I think what she'd like to, we're going to get to that slide here in just a second, Claudia, but we have step-by-step training, personal mentors, teams in, like she said, over 100 countries. You will have all the support you need. If you're fearful of, I don't know that I can do that, I've never been a business owner, I don't know this industry, we teach you. We have online trainings. We just did a training this morning for a team of people on new products this morning here, and we do trainings and we've got archives of trainings and videos. But you can choose becoming a business developer like us, retailer. As I said, just get a website and start selling our products and earning. If you just had 100 people or 100 couples over 2 to 3 to 4 years become your customers, and they just bought 2 bottles of Transfer Factor Plus, which would be equal to about 100, what we call life points because of the financial worldwide dollar, you'd be making $2,500 a month, every month, just as a retailer. So there's so many ways you can do, and here's where we want to talk about. We say, you say, well, I don't know if it could work. I don't know if it does work. It does work, but it is important if you work. If you listen to them, you're coachable and allow us to train you and teach you what you have to do, here's what can happen. These are actual real average yearly commissions provided by our accounting department in our income disclosure statement that is on our website. We publish that out so that you can go to the website, scroll down, and you can look at these numbers. And these are actual numbers that are different ranks and levels that you can come to, that you can build to, and you can see what the numbers are. Those are real numbers, average numbers, which means, yes, there's some diamonds in our company that make much less than that. There's also diamonds in our company that make a lot more than that, those numbers, the 7356. And just look up the line, and you can see Dave and Gabriella Daughtry, the couple that shared this with me a few years ago. They are Platinum International Diamonds. And they have over 500,000 For Life distributorships run by real people all over the globe. And they've built that up over 20 years. And they're helping us now reach whatever level we choose to want to reach. So I know you have a good story here, Claudia. Go ahead and jump in here. I'm
going to try with my voice, but actually it was a good example of what just happened. I actually, because I'm doing a live video, I was trying to not cough, but it actually brings me back to the cold situation and the cold story. Because I think a lot of you have been going through this cold and this cough that I have. And like I said, mine is actually now in its late stages. It took 5 days to get out of my body and my body to recover. I didn't stop doing any of the things I needed to do. Certainly the lifestyle that I live with For Life allowed me to take pretty much what we call a rest day without having to ask anybody for what we called in my previous life a sick day. So I took my own sick day, but I didn't have to tell anybody. And the reason I took the sick day on Thursday, so my rest day, was because I wanted my immune system to work and to recover, because like I said, I didn't have a voice. And because I'm starting my business, just like Michael said, I'm not at the mark that I want to reach out, where this is the only thing I do. So I also have a services company. And one of the services that we offer in my company is the interpretation. And I had a client coming from Mexico that had already paid, and this was like, a big opportunity for me. It was a medical interpretation. I had charged him a nice fee. I didn't want to cancel. I called her and I said, I lost my voice, but I'm trying to take care of myself so I can work with you tomorrow. And I didn't want to give her the virus, but like I said, I was trying to take as much care so the virus would be eliminated fast out of my body. And instead of being 10 days in bed, I was only a couple of days with the symptoms. Now, where I'm coming with the business part is, excuse me, again, everybody has experienced this cough, and there's nothing more uncomfortable than going to work and having to be afraid to have to ask for your boss for a sick day, or having to be afraid that if you don't go, you're not going to get your work done, or having to be afraid of, sometimes you're not even afraid. You go sick and then you get the whole office sick because you're afraid to lose your job. I know in my previous job, and I know some more than others, people that would not take days off, even if they were really sick, because that would reflect bad in our, it's not that we had terrible bosses. It's just that in my previous life, you just simply didn't take a sick day unless you're dying. And I guess that has to do with the workaholic that we were, and that I was in my previous company, because I never wanted to miss a sick day. I never wanted to miss a day for a sick day. So my point is, in that previous slide, my salary in some of the good years, because it was a base plus salary, I would earn between what I would earn on a presidential to an international level here, which is where I want to be. I want to earn more that I was earning in that company in the good years. And so my point is, if you want, like myself, to have a full-time income, my goal right now is to reach $125,000 income per year. That would be at about an international diamond. I would be happy. That's what we call a six-figure income. Now, some of you say, I don't want to get 100,000. I'm already getting 100,000. Like I said, in a good year, on my own, I could earn close to an international diamond, but combined with my ex-husband, we would more than double an international diamond. And so you have to make some choices, because I was making a good income. I was making a great, amazing, incredible income. But was I living the life that I wanted? And the answer is no. Do I live the life that I want now? I'm getting close to what I want, because I have time and I'm getting the income, and I have to work more, like it says, if you work. And that's all, because with this cold, I don't talk too much.
Oh, okay, Claudia. Thanks for trying. You're a trooper for jumping in here. Transfer factor in. Guys, let me share what my thoughts that just came to mind when she said this. As you said, I still have my restaurant company, even though I've sold off most of the restaurants, and my focus now is my For Life, my marketing company with For Life Research. And think of the difference here too. Again, as I mentioned, at one point we had hundreds of employees, and none of our employees were able, in reality, they were employees. And yes, they made great money as employees, or they wouldn't have stayed with us. We offered great benefits. We offered a great culture, a family culture in that company as well. But they were never, ever going to be able to make and earn what my business partners and I earned as owners of the restaurant. And we realized that we as owners earned a very, very good income. We were doing tens of millions in revenue every single year in our restaurants, and earning excellent profits that were created by the hard work of our employees, and we rewarded our employees. But they were employees. They were unless they went off and tried to open their own restaurant. And actually some did do that. But my point here is, within the For Life family, it is so wonderful. No employees. My business partners have every opportunity to go to this level if they choose to, and I could be at this level. I bring that, and that would be wonderful for me. It would just reward me to see other people reach higher levels within our company above me. And so that's the wonderful thing about For Life Research is it's a level playing field. I don't have dishwashers and bartenders and managers in this company. I have business partners that can reach whatever level they choose and want to reach. I have stay-at-home moms, just like Claudia does, who aren't interested in necessarily being platinum international diamonds. They might dream about it, and they dream about the wonderful trips we can take on the cruise ships, and yes, they might go for that, but they love the idea of an extra few $100s bringing into the family that allows her to stay at home with the children through their early years, through all their growth years. She can, as Claudia is, instead of having to go get a position and a job with her husband and have two incomes coming in and having daycare for the children. So I love that difference. I still have employees in my restaurants in Colorado, and I treat them well. I have great relationships with them, but they have no opportunity to ever own that restaurant in Colorado. In this company, all my business partners have the exact opportunity I have to reach whatever level, from diamond to platinum international diamond, within a career of theirs. Dave and Gabriella got to Platinum International, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Claudia, I believe it was 8 years. So if you work hard, you can get to any of these levels. Somewhere it has taken them 18 years. We just had a wonderful, wonderful new friend from Canada that just reached this level. She has a wonderful story. Linda shared that with us on another webinar not long ago, and it took her almost 19 years to reach this level.
The interesting part is she was making already a lot more money than that before she reached gold. So you don't have to reach.
Well, that's my point, is these are average numbers. Yes, you're right. She was making more than that. At this level, she was not making average this, she was making more than this. But my point is, guys, everybody within You Choose Our Company, accept our invitation, join our team or join the team of the person that invited you on, and these are the numbers you can get. So we've been going on here, gosh, almost an hour. So I know it's a beautiful Saturday. It's getting to be 9 o'clock in Hawaii time. Understand it's a beautiful, beautiful beach day there. I wish we were there. My son said he's got a lot of clients. He has a kayak tour business. He takes tourists out on kayaks and teaches them down to dive with the dolphins and the turtles and the whales. And what a wonderful lifestyle he has. But he says it's a beautiful day in Hawaii. So folks that took the time to join us from Hawaii this morning, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us from all over the world. Facebook Live, I see some folks that commented on our Facebook Live. We will respond back to those comments here shortly. But I sure appreciate it, guys. Take a look at our company. Take a look at us. If you have any questions, reach out to us or reach out to the person that brought you and invited you onto this. We've got wonderful, wonderful people. If you're in the medical profession, Judy Milstead here in East Texas, a retired RN for 40 years with amazing medical knowledge and functional medicine knowledge, and she is building a direct sales. Margette Harris in Oregon, as Claudia says, Kawinda is building in India. We're building in the Philippines. But wherever you are, we invite you to join our family and really have some fun. If you do want to travel with us, I would love to take you to Hawaii with us, or love to take you to Africa with me this year. We'll go work and build together. So, Claudia, I know your voice is going away, so a few last minute words and then we'll close it up for the day. Oops, you're muted. You're muted.
To say thank you, because the power of doing this in teams, I don't have to cancel meetings. I'm sorry that the live actually had to take all the cough attacks, and I was able to do it, but it is about working differently. I work with a business partner and many more. We have guests coming, but I don't have to leave my house. I don't have to move around too much. And like I said, I can take days off and work from my computer, work from home, following up on the people that are watching the video. Even as I'm, running a little bit down with the weather. So thank you, Michael, for being an amazing business partner that, without you, it would have been a terrible coughing, but I don't have to cancel meetings. I don't have to tell my boss I'm not going. All of this because we are digital nomads, because we can do this from anywhere in the world. So thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. I hope you feel better, Claudia.
Yes, I will. I've been spraying away. I don't know if you saw that. So I've been spraying and spraying. So I'll get better.
Well, tell Mateo I said hello, and we got to set up that Mario Brothers tournament between the Texan and the Canadian. We'll do a little tournament with him.
That's right.
God bless you, and aloha, everyone. We'll see you
Aloha.
Saturday or Tuesday night. We do this again every Tuesday night, every Saturday day to invite your friends and family and prospects and whoever wants. We are open and we're building all over the globe. So invite some folks on. Reach out to us if you have questions, and we'll see you soon. God bless everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.